Welcome back. Well, rain chances on the way up. That means temperatures hopefully on the way down, and eventually we do have a nice fall cool front, well, at least meteorological fall cool front on the way. We're talking low to mid 60s perhaps as we wake up come Sunday, Monday morning. More on that in just a bit. But first off, let's get over to the key wall, finishing up the numbers on August and the summer of 2024. And by the grace of tropical weather at the end of the month, our August of 24 wound up being the third hottest on record, and you can see most of the hottest August on record, there's 11 here, have occurred mostly in the last 15 years. The average high this month was 96.1, which is well above the 92.3 normal, but last summer the average high was 101. And these numbers are averages of the highs and lows, and the period of record goes back to 1893, so 131 years of records. And over those 131 years, these are the hottest summers in Lafayette, and all of them have been in the last 26 years, and 8 of the 10 in just the last 15 years. And this year we're number 2. Last year was just so incredibly hot, and it's amazing how 96-degree high temperatures this year actually felt pretty good compared to last summer's high temperatures right around the century mark. But there is something indeed going on when you have all of the top 10 numbers, and 8 of the top 10 numbers, mind you, in the last 15 years or the last decade and a half or so. There is something indeed going on, but we don't have time to talk about that tonight. Low pressure, this is what we're watching. Upper level and surface low pressure, that's going to be shuttling more moisture back into the region. We got a temporary reprieve from that pattern during the course of the weekend as drier air slipped in from the east, but now things are beginning to moisten up. Most of the rains back in the hill country, even some flood advisories out there. And locally, as we check out Power Doppler 3, did see a few sprinkles on my way back into the station around 8:30, 9 o'clock this evening, and those sprinkles manifesting in a few heavier showers across portions of Davis Parish by Jennings and just north of the Iota area, just south of Basile. Basile, you'll probably get clipped with this. Eunice, you're getting a few raindrops right now, and they are about to end. So some showers out there now, but rain chances for the night at about 10%, but they'll be ramping up tomorrow 60%, and then 80 to 90% for Thursday and Friday. Still have to keep an eye on this system. We don't see any low-level circulation going on here, but thunderstorms continue to fester out in the Gulf of Mexico. The other tropical wave we've been tracking just remains that, a tropical wave by Hispaniola, and more tropical waves out in the Atlantic Basin. But given we are getting into the peak of hurricane season over the next week to 2 to 3 weeks, we only have low-end chances of any of these systems developing. We're not going to ask why. We'll just accept it and be very happy about that. Meanwhile, though, the tropical moisture festers across the Gulf of Mexico into southern Louisiana. Here's Thursday and here's Friday. Then we get into Saturday. Here comes the drier air, but notice the moisture pools in the southwestern Gulf. This is going to be an area we're going to have to keep an eye on because something could develop down here at some point. We'll just have to keep an eye on. But for now, no major worries. No major worries overnight tonight, and then tomorrow scattered showers and storms begin building in during the afternoon, continue into the early evening hours, and then kind of die down a little bit. But notice there's more shower activity Thursday morning than Thursday during the day. On and off showers and locally heavy thunderstorms will be likely. As for rainfall, I think the highest rain totals come Thursday into Friday. This is just 48 hours through Thursday evening. Most of us see maybe a third to an inch of rain. Some spots could see 5 or 6 inches of rain, but that's the nature of scattered storms. Discount the Ville Platte, but somewhere is going to see heavier rains, and then along the coast, much heavier rainfall possible, kind of like what we saw late last week and into the front end of the holiday weekend. In general, if we look at the Weather Prediction Center's forecast, we'll go with 2 to 4 over the next, say, 72 hours before that drier air indeed gets back into Acadiana, and it feels good for this weekend. 77 the overnight low with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Should be mostly quiet for most of us. Tomorrow will hold temperatures short of 90 with rain chances kicking in and clouding up earlier in the day with a 60% chance. 80 to 90% Thursday, Friday. Here comes that front Friday night. Hooray! And look at the weekend. Highs in the mid-80s, comfortable humidity, and those lows getting down into the mid-60s. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more a little bit later on.